All right. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me see here. Looks like you guys can hear me all right. Mr. Money Mike Madness, how are you, my friend? David Hamilton profile picture sends me, dude. Prodigy, what's up, bro? QB, how are you, my friend? I'm good, man. Good, man. Can I get some Jordan Montgomery rumors? Door, I wish we had Jordan Montgomery earlier, man. Oh, man. If we had a Jordan Montgomery rumor, you best know we'd be talking about it. I got nothing, though. We're doing a little test run tonight, chat. I'll say hi to everybody in a second, but let me intro this for a little bit because next week it's go time, baby. 1 week from today, the Boston Red Sox play Major League Baseball. So I figured what we do today is give ourselves a little bit of warm up. You know what I mean? Come out, watch a game together. I don't know where I'm going to put the score on this screen. What do you guys think? Like up here or something? Almost at 10K? I know, dude. We're getting there. You guys have been incredible. Kyle, how are you, my friends? Y'all hear about the Ohtani news? Wild? Yeah, the Ohtani news was crazy. There's something going on there. It's pretty wild that they're not doing anything. Like how are they not just like looking at Shohei Ohtani at all? That's crazy to me. How many dummy accounts do I need to make? You need to make 50. We're 50 away. Okay, let's get the text set up. Let me finish saying hi to everybody. Jack. RAF. RAF. I don't know who RAF is. Am I an idiot? Told y'all Yamamoto is overrated. Let's not be doing victory laps after 1 inning. Let's not do that. What does the rumors about what Breslow said mean? Yeah, my guess was Rafaela too. Raf. That's what I'm guessing. Does Rafaela make the team? I think he has to. What's up, Milan? Sean, how are you, my friends? I'm good, man. I'm good. And a terrible spring. He did have a terrible spring. I mean, it's an adjustment period, right? Everyone started taking a victory lap with Masa, too, and then he took off a little bit. So, I say if Yamamoto makes, like, 4 or 5 starts and all of a sudden he's bad, yo, what's up, Boston? Welcome back in, my friends. How long do you think Roman Anthony will start in the bigs? Happy Thursday. Love your channel. Well, first of all, thank you, Anthony. Second of all, I would say probably 2025. Hope I had an early dinner. Yeah, I got some food in me quickly. Nothing really good, but. What's up, Blueprint? Jumped over Bob Dylan. I'm sorry, Bob Dylan. I didn't mean to. I'm trying to do a bunch of different things, but what's going on, my friend? I need to figure out what I'm doing now. Oh, score bug. That's what we're doing. All right. Red Sox, 0. Orioles, 0. Top. What do we do? T1. And then I don't remember. We outlined it, right? I have to set this up. I should have done this before stream. I'm an idiot. And that's on me. But someone on the monster just grabbed a home run. That was hilarious. There we go. All right. You're here watching Fever Pitch? Chance, again, dude. It's quite literally one inning. We're not doing this. I'm not having the Yamamoto conversation yet. What's up, Mark? Got MLB The Show? Yeah, man. I got MLB The Show early, and then the servers crashed, so I couldn't play. And now I'm back on it. I'm doing dumb stuff on MLB The Show. I just finished the Battle Royale program. So Criswell tonight. Yeah, Criswell. Criswell scares me, man. I don't love the idea. I really, really don't love the idea of Cooper Criswell. Spring training doesn't count. I mean, if I said the Red Sox were having... Okay, here's the thing, Chance. If I said the Red Sox were having a incredible spring training pitching-wise, what would you say? Is that they're going to be incredible this year? Because that's what they're doing, right? They're a top 2, top 3 ERA team in spring training. Does that mean anything to you? Genuinely. Do you think that means it carries over into the regular season and the Red Sox have a top 5 pitching staff? So you listen to the stream? All right, I'll try to keep you guys updated. Double, would have been a home run, but double because some kid grabbed it. Favorite card in the show right now? It is Charlie Blackmon. Love that card. What's up, Clip? Welcome in, man. I feel like it's been a minute since you've been in here. Or maybe I'm just going crazy. Hey, Dennis, how are you? You're doing MLB, playing Emily's show? I thought about it. I still might do it. We'll figure it out. Yeah, Chuck Nasty on MLB show is incredible. Yeah, Lieutenant Dan. That's going to lead to a ton of fun stuff. Scott asks, is Valdez going to be starting second baseman this April just as a way of letting everyone know they're not actually trying to win games this year? Not that I'm bitter or anything. Jeez, dude. No, I mean, yeah, probably. I don't know if it, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's probably going to be. Aquapolo on. All right, everyone look for Sean. Everyone keep an eye out. Spring training carries over to April. It can, right? It can. Jaron Duran, what a catch. A little bit of a diving catch. Well, not diving, but it was like a stumble catch. I liked it. Hey, Corbin, I just hit my first home run of the baseball season. No doubt home run. Heck yeah. Let's go, baby. My bracket already busted. I just made one for fun, so I had no skin in the game. But I don't even know. I haven't checked it yet. Ever play on the show? Yeah, maybe I'll do like a members only live stream or just a mess around live stream one week. We'll do like a MLB The Show playing with subs or something. David Hamilton is still on the active roster. Has he been having a good spring? I don't even know. I don't think he is, right? He's not having a good spring. I don't think. It's so weird how different Fangraphs and is the game on NESN night? It's on NESN Plus. Hey, versatility. Yeah, David Hamilton. David Hamilton has a negative 19 WRC plus in 40 plate appearances. Mike, that is brutal. That's what? 119% below league average production. Yamamoto rocking that. Chance, we're not having a conversation about Yamamoto. It has been a singular inning of a 12-year deal. Maybe it's wishful thinking, but it sounds like they might be planning to bring in a starter from outside the organization. I'm not holding my breath. I saw what Alex Cora said. I have not seen what Craig Breslow said, so I'm gonna have to see that. Does anyone have that? I don't know how I missed it, but oh, this is gonna be annoying. I can't do Twitter unless. What's up, Aiden? What's up, Sweet Time? That's a pretty nice name. I like that. Breslow said the same thing. Yeah. Lorenzen has been signed. Yeah, Lorenzen has been signed. So I saw people being like, why is anyone upset about the Red Sox not signing Michael Lorenzen? I think I made it pretty clear. Oh, yeah, I guess that's fair, Chance. It is funny. I think when you look at it, like, I guess when you think about it, right, it's like, well, is it really worth it? Maybe not, right? But at the same time, all I really care about with Lorenzen was the innings, right? He's versatile and he gives you innings. He did 157 innings last year. You get that on the Red Sox. You're talking about not only just saving this season in terms of just health, you're also talking about the future, right? The Red Sox keep talking about 26, 25. We're going to be truly competitive. What happens if Cutter Crawford tries to go out there and give you 175 innings after only giving you 120 last year and blows out his elbow? Well, all of a sudden, you're a full step back of where you want to be in a couple of years. So that's what frustrated me about the Lorenzen thing. Right? The Lorenzen thing frustrated me. He wouldn't have replaced Giolito, Mark, but I understand what you're saying. In terms of innings, right? Even if he gave you 120 innings and he was sort of in and out starter, right? He was a sixth man, 2, 3, 4 weeks out of the season, twice or something. And then he was a long relief bullpen arm for the rest of the season. That's still saving your bullpen. And it's still saving your rotation. And it's not putting as much pressure on these guys to have to go 7, 8, or 6, 7 innings every single time out. They could go a 4.5, a 5.5. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's frustrating to me that Lorenzen was someone that the Red Sox felt as though was not worth the investment, at least, especially on a 1-year, $4.5 million deal. Eric's right? When we had talked about it, he had already said no to more money than that. He said no to $5-7 million 1-year deals. And I don't know if there was an option in there or anything, but I don't know. Yeah, and I think Chris Murphy, I think is could be a big hit, but I don't know. You think Jarren Duran will have a breakout season? Also, do you think he has the potential? Rafi just crushed that, and that guy, I don't even know what that was. Option on a 1-year deal? I don't know. Versatility. Was it what I'm saying is, yeah, maybe it's a 2-year deal with a team. I don't know. I don't know how. I didn't look at the contract. I just saw that he signed. Yeah, they are having a game. We're doing a little watch party. Well, we're really previewing the season is what we're doing. This is our test run for next Thursday because that's when the big day comes. Do I think Jarren Duran will have a breakout season? I think he'll be similar to last year. I don't think he'll be as good. I think he'll be solid. Oh, no versatility. I meant the deal that he actually got. So what I mean is he declined to accept multiple 1-year deals that were in between $5 and $7 million, and he ended up signing a 1-year deal for $4.5 million, which is clearly less than what he declined previously in this offseason. So my question is it just a 1-year $4.5 million deal, or are there incentives or options in there to make it more? As for Jarren Duran hitting 25 home runs and 30 stolen bases, no, I don't think that's going to happen. We scored a run. No, still 0-0. Am I going to make your at some point think you would be good at it? I'm not sure what you're asking, Jace. I was in-ish with Imanaga. I thought he would have been solid, but I didn't want him as our big get this offseason. It's looking like a lot of us could be wrong. What do you think we see from Tyler O'Neill? Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea what we're getting. When you look at what Tyler O'Neill could be, I mean, spring training stats again, right? Especially Tyler O'Neill because he has such a small sample size. But he's swinging it. He is absolutely swinging it this spring. He has a 318 average, 150 WRC plus in 26 plate appearances. Again, small sample size, right? But that's my point. Is if he's healthy, he could genuinely be the Red Sox X factor. He could be a Adam Duvall type player, right? Where he comes in and for a month he's fine, but for 2 weeks he's the hottest hitter on planet Earth, and all of a sudden it just averages out to an above average OPS plus. It gives you a lot of home runs from the right hand side. That's what I'm hoping Tyler O'Neill looks like. Also, still 0-0 going into the top of the second. You just watched your collegiate hockey team lose in the Frozen Four again. Hopefully this goes better. Cooper Criswell's on the mound. Okay, take a victory lap on saying we should. No, dude, the season hasn't started yet. We can't take victory laps on anything. Like, it hasn't started yet, right? Oh, let me see, Jace. Let me put job into there and read it again. All right, am I going to make this my job at some point? Think you'd be good at it? I'm hoping, right? That's the ultimate goal of doing this. I don't know. We've had months on this channel where it looks like that's a legit possibility, and other months where it doesn't look feasible. So yeah, we're still sort of in the I'm just having fun with it, man. I'm just talking socks, and we'll see where it rolls. You don't have a lot of hope for O'Neill to stay healthy when he's had his hamstring tightness all spring. I mean, the thing is, especially with injuries like that in spring training, right? It very well could be something that Tyler O'Neill can easily play through. It's spring training and he doesn't want to risk at all, right? So I don't think it's tough to say that, oh, he had some hamstring issues, he's not gonna be able to stay healthy. Now, obviously he doesn't have NESN 40th anniversary. Okay. Obviously he has that injury history and you have to take that into account. I mean, clearly you're not going to, you know what I mean? You're not going to come in here and just assume that he's going to be healthy after years of not being healthy. But the thing with Tyler O'Neill is he doesn't need to give you a full season, right? If he spends a month on the IL this year, right? And still still gives you 110 games. Well, 110 games of 110 WRC plus, 110 OPS plus with 25, 26 home runs. And then you get maybe not 25, 26, let's say 20, right? 20 home runs. And then you get an above average season from Duran. The sort of tandem, maybe you do Rafaela Willier out there. They're at average or above average, right? You got Moss in there. You got Ref Snyder. He doesn't need to give you a full season for him to be the X factor on the Red Sox. So I think there's less pressure for him to be a fully healthy 162 game player in Boston. I think that's going to help a little bit because they can be careful with him, right? You can say, okay, that calf's tightening up again. Let's give you a day off here. We're in Oakland. Let's just give you a day off. We'll have Willier play today, and it'll be fine. And so I think, I think when you look at it, there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do with Tyler. Like Tyler O'Neill's going to be the X factor of the Red Sox, in my opinion. Look at those. Look at those emos, Chad. We got another one coming, actually. I just started making another one. So we got another member-only emote. Okay, so here, for those of you who don't know what's going on next week, we are going to be live and watching opening day together. That's going to be at, I think, 10:10. So it's going to be a late one, but we're going to be here on Thursday, literally a week from today. And for members, if you want to be a member, we are doing a members-only pregame show, talking about opening day, previewing opening day. We're also doing some giveaways during the members-only live stream. So that'll start a little bit earlier. Yeah, if you're on the West Coast or near the West Coast, then you're fine. But us in New England, we're gonna have a tough go. Who's the next Tommy John surgery for the Red Sox? Eric, why? I don't want to think about who's the next Tommy John, but it realistically, it's probably Chris Murphy. Wearing a Red Sox jersey to school, I love it. Hope Devers improves the defense this year. Yeah, I think it will. I think he will. Victor, welcome to Standing Room, my friend. Can we get some claps for Victor in the chat, please? Thank you so much for becoming a member of Red Seat Radio. Chris Martin? No, he doesn't have ligament damage. Chris Murphy. Yeah, they are trying to ruin my sleep schedule. That was a pretty good, for whatever it's worth, we crap on Criswell a lot. He's kind of looked solid. Like he hasn't looked that bad. It's kind of funny how everyone this offseason was hating on Rafael and his play discipline, acting like Willier's a stud. Wow, Victor gifted a membership. Quick some claps to the chat for Victor, please. Thank you so much, Victor. Welcome in, Rick. Thank you so much, Victor. That means a lot to me. Again, it's spring training, right? I think Raphael has just done everything he was asked to do, whereas Willier hasn't looked as. And like I said, it's tough for me. The problem is we don't know what's going on behind the scenes with Willier Abreu in spring training, right? Because I don't clap, I flex. We do have the strongest outfield. That's going to be our new emote for the outfield. Because it's my assumption, especially with the comments Werner made this offseason, Breslow talked about him, Kennedy talked about him, right? My assumption is that he came into spring training with an understanding that he was probably going to be most likely on the 26-man roster, right? And that's like Lou Merloni talked about this on the broadcast the other day. It's an entirely different approach to your spring training when you know or you are fairly certain that you are going to be on the opening day roster, because instead of trying to make the roster like, say, Don Rafael is doing this spring, he's trying to get himself ready for the regular season. He's working through different things, swing paths, mechanics, approach, right? Focusing on trying to figure out different pitch sequences, all these sort of things. So I don't know. I don't think, I'm not looking at Willier Abreu and saying, oh my God, he sucks. What is going on? Right? My thing is, okay, well, this is definitely something we need to focus on, because, or at least pay attention to, because if he goes into the regular season, especially with what, say, Don Rafael has been doing this spring, and they choose Willier over, say, Don to get that extra year of control over, say, Don, and you get a month into the season and Willier Abreu is hitting $150 and say Don Rafael is hitting 470 in the minor leagues, well, that's not a great decision. So I don't know. The problem with Chris Bell is he needs to be perfect because his velo doesn't allow mistakes. Yeah, he's like a right-handed Rich Hill. What are my hopes for Rafael and Abreu? That the combination of the two gives you an above average outfielder. Hey, Chance, by the way, did you see the it is you, right? Yeah, the Blaze video I put out the other day. I figured you'd like it. I feel like they want Abreu and Valdez in the open day lineup, and neither have looked great this spring. I mean, today, say Don Rafael is starting at second. I wouldn't be surprised if, say, Don Rafael, because for a long time, right, even on this channel, we've been like, no, he's a center fielder, because that's all we've heard, right? We've heard Cora, Breslow. They've said, we like, say, Don Rafaela in center field. Well, if you're looking at it and then all of a sudden they're going to second base, it's like, well, maybe they're not super pumped with what Valdez has been showing him so far. Although I will say his defense does look a lot better. But his offense has been absolutely abysmal. I think he's hitting like a $110 maybe. If they're not comfortable with him, I wouldn't be surprised if you do, say, Don Rafaela at second base, especially with the fact that you're mixing him in now. And say Don's good anywhere. It's not like you have to really worry about what, say, Don Rafael is going to look like at second. You know he's going to, at the bare minimum, make the average play. So I don't know. How likely is Rafi MVP? Probably pretty low. Really looking forward to the start of the season. Push enough alligators in Florida. Really looking forward to the start of the season. Sorry I've been joining till today, but I was watching other streams on my cell. It's kind of a mess, but don't worry about it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Victor. It means a lot to me. Oh, I see, Chance. Yeah, I mean, it's just because of the way they ended the season. What's up, Steven? CJ Cron predictions? I don't know what to expect from CJ Cron. I'll tell you what. I think CJ Cron... I think CJ Cron makes a team over Bobby Dahlbeck. But I don't think he lasts super long. Like, I think he's fine. I think he's all right. But I think Ref Snyder, even if Bob does well in the minor leagues, like he's someone who will be pretty easily movable. I'll say he'll have like a 95 WRC plus. He'll play one game a week. Does Bobby Silva an option to be sent down? Yeah, I think he's got one. Steven, Trevor Story's at shortstop now. I'd rather keep Cedon and Reyes at second. In my opinion, I would try and get Cedon Rafaela in a lineup as much as humanly possible. I think if your legitimate goal right now is to just develop the team, if you do well this year, great. If you don't, as he just crushes a ball off the monster. That ball was hit like 105 miles an hour. And he's out by a mile. Oh, he's safe. He skipped the tag. Oh my God. Cedon Rafaela, man. Just doing it all. But my point is here, if your goal is truly to build for 2026 or 2025 or whatever, and see if you could scrap it together this year, well, then let these kids develop, right? Cedon Rafaela, if you aren't going to trade him, is going to be a piece in your future. So why wouldn't you attempt to get him in there as much as humanly possible? Hope the Red Sox sign Jordan Montgomery so I can stop hearing about it. Dude, I can't talk about it anymore. It's driving me nuts. Oh, there's Wilyer Bray. Oh, Wilyer Bray who's gotten hot lately. All right, we got 1-0 Sox. Whoop-de-whoop. Do not want to see Bobby on the team. Yeah, I think they'll go CJ Cron. I mean, they've been putting CJ Cron in the major league lineup more. Fire alarm just went off in my dorm. We're waiting for the fire department outside in the cold New York State. That's brutal. Harrison, yeah, I think you're looking at too small of a sample size, man. Devers can absolutely anchor a lineup. Yeah, Mark, because the consensus at the time 2 months ago was everyone in the organization was telling you there's no way Cedon Rafaela was going to be your second baseman. Everyone was saying, no. If he's going to be in the lineup, he's going to be in center field. And so that's why everyone's like, well, no, it's not going to happen. But now that he's actually playing it, I don't know. So in my opinion, I think because of what he's been doing this spring and because he's been so great at doing whatever people wanted him to do, they're trying to find him a spot in everyday lineup. I appreciate that, Jeff. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Do I get really mad or happy depending on the Red Sox performance? Absolutely. Yankees will sign Monty for us to help out our ownership. Yeah, true. Like, hey man, you guys don't want to fork up the money? We'll do it. Because with young players developing, it's best to give them a consistent position so they're able to focus on one thing. Yeah, and that's absolutely true, Chance. That's absolutely true. But I also think with Cedon specifically, you already sort of know he's going to be good defensively, right? It's not something he needs to develop. It's not something he needs to develop. What he needs to develop on is his plate approach and his hitting, right? That's what needs to continue to develop. And so I think from a Red Sox point of view, for a while, they thought exactly what you thought, right? They want him in one position so he doesn't have to, come back and forth, start focusing on other things. But as they get further into spring training, they're like, well, we need him developing at the major league level. We got to find a spot for him. I feel like I've seen that Wilson Boston Glove Day ad on YouTube 24 times now. Oh, yeah. It's kind of cool, though. I like it, Steven. Nick York, 2024 prediction, traded or kept? I have a tough time seeing how they fit Nick York. He didn't have a great spring training. I don't know how they fit Nick York into the everyday lineup. It's like the video I talked about today, right? Where there's just so many options coming up in the next 3 years. Nick York really needs to stand out. And that's not even counting the people at the major league level. I'm gonna go with traded, Eric. What can I say? Versatility. I thought King George was pretty good in Hamilton. At this point, if we don't get Monty, I'm just watching NPB. Well, you better start getting ready. Yeah, Yamamoto had a tough day. Oryx is overrated. Sandlin in 24. Sandlin, did he pitch it? I gotta start looking things up on my phone because my computer is just messing with me right now. I'm looking up Mark's question. For those of you who are wondering, I'm not just perusing my phone while everyone's sitting here in here. Oh, there's multiple Nick Sandlins. It's Nick, right? No, it's not. What's his first name? Sign Madison Bumgarner. Do people really think we're still gonna get Monty for real? Hey, it's a hope. It's David. That's it. I don't know why I thought it was Nick. Hey Corbin, should be glad you're only a Red Sox fan. Patriots are being cheap too. Yeah, I heard. Chris Wells let off the hook with that grounder. Yeah, or maybe it was good spin rate that got him off. David Sandlin. That's it. I don't know why I thought it was Nick. Maybe I was thinking of this guy. I doubt it. Although he has 11 more. He is a college pitcher, so there's that to think about. But he only did 1 year of college ball. He's only been up to A ball. No, he won't be in 2024. He was solid between high A and low A, but yeah, he's not ready. He'll be 2025 maybe. Yeah, Nick Sandlin was of the three pitchers fighting for the last spot in the rotation. Who do you think will win that last spot? Well, I think Houck has it in the bag pretty much. It looks like it's leaning towards Whitlock. Cooper Criswell has an option, which to me makes him more of a option for him to start. You know what they also could do is they could do a 6-man rotation, which I could definitely see them doing, like a full 6-man rotation, which would be pretty interesting. At least for, yeah, I mean, I would say at least for the first couple of weeks, but when are they going to get reinforcements in the rotation, you know? Yeah, Chris. Reese is really aggravating to me. I was all right with Reese last year. I thought it was solid. Wong looks really good this spring. But Reese McGuire just doesn't look like he wants the job. He just doesn't, right? He's hitting okay, I guess, but behind the plate, he's like, yeah, he just doesn't look like he wants the job. I don't get it. So I can't wait. That's why in my roster prediction, I was like, I think Tyler Heineman has a chance here. I really do. But yeah, I guess not. Reese is fine contact, but even last year, his hitting was terrible. Yeah, I agree. Versatility. I think that's legitimately what saved him. Is he came in here and Heineman showed everything well, but the pitchers like specifically Bayo likes throwing to Reese. I don't know. Thanks for coming by, Mark. I really thought, yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, he's really good with Bayo. C. Romero ops. Romero. What's up, Kevin? Now you go, man. We're here early today. We'll probably be on for, I would say, close to 3 hours, I would guess. Because we're doing the good old getting back into the swing of things. Yeah, I'm not sure you talk about. Oh, catcher options. Yeah, Heineman had an option, which I think is one of the big reasons why Reese beat him out, because he doesn't have an option. Perez Perez has an opt-out 5 days before opening day, so we'll see if he takes that. I don't know if he has too many other options, so I think he stays with the team. So you do have both Heineman and Roberto Perez, who have Major League experience. Perez specifically has a lot of Major League experience, but both of them have Major League experience, and both of them at the Major League level, not great at the plate, but behind it, really great. Yeah, I saw that. Yepe, yeah. Yeah, Kevin, go ahead. Yeah, I saw that too, Chance. Yeah. Am I streaming the full game opening day? Yeah. We're going to suck it up. We'll stream the whole game. Yeah, Jace, I agree with you. Not a lot of people do. I do. Well, it all depends on the pitching staff, right? We just don't know what the pitching staff is going to look like. We have no idea. Time do I start work? Well, the thing is, I'm going to have to watch the game Thursday night, and then Friday morning make a recap, opening day recap of the game before work, which starts at 8:30. So I'll be up at like 7 probably, maybe earlier, because I'll probably record that night after we get off, and then edit in the morning. That's awesome, Steven. That's a good year to have. What do I do for work? I do sales analytics. No, I didn't see it, Johnny. What team was? What high school was it? How many games will I be streaming? I do. I do once a week, Steven. I do once a week. I'm trying to figure this out. If I ever do end up going full time, I think one thing I'll do is do more live streams. I love these live streams. Incredibly fun. Yeah, it's invigorating, Dylan or Dill. What's up, Craig? Hoping the Red Sox still sign Jordan Montgomery. Hey man, as long as he's out there, there's hope. But as long as he's out there. Big fan of Robbie Hyde, but he's the only guy I know who's more optimistic than Corbin. Yeah, me and Robbie get along great. I'll fall over dead in shock if the Red Sox sign Montgomery. In my opinion, the only way that the Red Sox sign Montgomery at this point is if they do like a 4 or 5 year deal. There's no way the Red Sox are going to do a 1 or 2 year pillow contract. So it's quite literally going to have to be that 4 or 5 year deal. And I don't know about you, but I have zero faith in the Red Sox being able to do that. That's brutal, Johnny. That is absolutely brutal. What do you think the record will be on our live streams this year? How many games are we going to live stream? 4 a month. April, May, June, July, August, September. And then probably, 1 game in March, 1 game in April. I forgot what I did here. 6 times 4, 24, 5, 26. So out of 26 games, I think it'll be 14 and 13. Yeah, Chance. I'm going to be there will be a video when Jordan Montgomery signs with the New York Yankees. I'm going to be a mess. Yeah, true. But also at the same time, too, like they have this budget that they've worked themselves up to, basically, right? And so, in my opinion, if you're going to try and convince John Henry to sign Jordan Montgomery, right, you're not going to go and say, yeah, let's sign him for 1 year when you're also this entire offseason, you're saying, well, let's stay low and wait until 2026, right? It's just there's no way of doing that. I don't know why my stream alerts are off. But $5 super chat from Versatility, my man, the man, the myth, the legend. Can we get some claps in the chat for Versatility, please? Thank you so much. He says, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood at ownership? Asking for a friend. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood at ownership? Man, I'm getting good at speaking because of all this YouTube stuff. I was never able to do that before. I'll say 2 truckloads. Woodchucks can go for a long time. So if they could chuck wood at a 9 to 5 pace, they're probably doing it for a couple of days. I would say a couple of truckloads. If Monty signs the Yankees, I'm hitting up Ohtani for some money because I'm going to need some serious casino time to go. Do the Red Sox trade Bobby Dahlberg? Is he still going to bounce back? I would say that he's going to bounce back and forth. I heard a rumor that this is the Red Sox front office last chance to sign Jordan Montgomery. Yeah, I mean, there's not a long time. Henry won't spend the money on him for a 4 or 5 year deal. The literal only way I could think of is if Craig Breslow somehow walks in there and he's able to convince John Henry that Montgomery is going to be a key factor in the Red Sox next legit championship contender team. That's the only way. Because again, you walk in there and you say, hey, John, I know you set this super hardline budget for me and we're only about $10 million away from it, but anyway, you're going to spend $25 million for the next 2 years when this year we're probably not going to be super competitive. He's going to be like, what are you, an idiot? You know what I mean? This may be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But if he's able to walk in there and somehow sit down with Breslow and Breslow sit down with Henry and basically sit there and say, look, we've talked about this. 2026 is our goal. Jordan Montgomery by then will be 34 years old. We think this is how he's going to age. We think this is how he's going to anchor the rotation in 2026. And we think this is what we're going to do. Then maybe. Very, very, very heavy maybe, right? Leaning very far towards no. But I think that's the only way you sell it. Zwink. Hey, Red Sea Radio, longtime subscriber here. I remember when I moved to the Bronx from Mass and saw David Ortiz last game in Yankee Stadium. Forever a Sox fan. Well, I appreciate you being here for a long time, first of all, Zwink. Thank you so much. That is an incredible it's an incredible thing to see as well. That's awesome. Another $5 super chat for Versatility. Again, tweet some claps to the chat, or at the very least, can you like the donation? It'll help Versatility out, and he's just the absolute man. He says, can we ask Ohtani for a loan to sign Monty again, asking for a friend? I won't tell you who it is, but his initials are JH. All right, Mr. Shohei Ohtani, listen. I know this week hasn't been great for you, but $700 million, you could probably spare. And again, it's a loan, right? It's a loan. You probably spare $100 million. No? There you go. If I'm Montgomery, I'm not signing for the Red Sox because the fact that we haven't signed him yet, given their situation, is disrespectful. I don't know about disrespectful so much as it is it's essentially right, 2 rocks just bashing into each other. Right. And so I don't know if Montgomery's sitting there saying, man, this is disrespectful, or if he's sitting there saying, what the hell is going on? Why isn't either side bending? Yeah, there's just well, here's the thing is it went from Ohtani got robbed. Oh, Mountcastle just crushed that baseball. But what was I just talking about? Sorry, I just got Ryan Mountcastle is such a nice swing. Oh, it went from Shohei Ohtani was swindled out of this money to, oh no, Shohei Ohtani gave Yepe this money to get out of his gambling debt. So I have no idea where they're at. Genuinely. I think at this point, Ohtani knew what he was giving him the money for. And I think it's absolutely wild that no one's investigating Shohei, because there was clearly something was going on there. What I think attendance will be like at Fenway this year? I think in terms of attendance, I think it'll be about the same as it was last year. Yeah, that's exactly what I think happened 70, but man, he had to have known that like that's not a small amount of money. What's up, Genetic? Nah, man, we're going early today. We're watching the game together. I figured it'd be a little fun. Sit back, relax, enjoy some Red Sox spring training when it doesn't mean anything and we don't get super angry and go on crazy rants. Do the Red Sox trade Bobby D this year? I I hope they do. I hope they do. I think it's the right thing to do. I don't know if they do. I would say no. What's up, JB? Maybe Epe could steal some of John Henry's money and get a Soto next year. Who would take him at this point though? I mean, I'm sure there are teams that are willing to take his contract, but I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Red Sox buyouts plus Giolito contract plus Chris Sale contract, 550 Red Sox. Yeah. I mean, the thing is though, is what is Vaughn Grissom going to look like when he comes back, right? Because then that's not totally lost money. That's the thing. People are counting Chris Sale as totally lost money. You're paying league minimum for Vaughn Grissom. So in my opinion, it's going to be how much money is Vaughn Grissom worth this season. So we're going to have to reevaluate the $50 million in dead cap space at the end of the year, Eric. But yeah, right now it's not looking great in terms of money spent on pitching that isn't pitching. You think CJ Cron makes the opening day roster? I do. With Rob Refsnyder getting injured, I think he does. Can't even watch the game. LWT, I was blacked out. Even preseason, that's crazy. What do you think they'll get? Maybe a low minors pitcher. Yeah, there we go. If everyone in this chat pitches in $100, you think we get Jordan Montgomery? The only real argument against Soto not being good for the Sox because they have two players who should be DH already. You could stash Juan Soto in left field for a while. He's young enough. Yeah. Grissom's hers, but like we'll see what he looks like when he comes back. We'll see what he looks like when he comes back. That's my question, right? He's probably like I said in my prediction, which I was right, which is crazy. Yeah, I don't know what we're gonna get out of Grissom, but that's kind of how I'm looking at that equation. Yeah, it's kind of wild. There's blackouts on there. 1 million each we get, Monty. I don't even think at what are there 50 people in here? I don't think that's possible. I do not think it's possible for the Red Sox to sign him for $50 million. Criswell, yeah, Criswell looks good this season, man. This spring. What is his? All right, I'm just looking up what Criswell's stats are. Ugh, Cooper Criswell. There we go. We finally made it to the page. One day I'll get a double monitor. We'll get a double computer setup. I believe. Yeah, he's got a 3.77 ERA with a 3.55 FIP. He's not walking anybody, which is great. That's in 3 starts. It's 14 innings plus tonight. I don't know. Are we going to be better this year than last year? I think so. A lot of people don't. I thought Cron was a lock to make it, but now I'm not sure because he hasn't played much. I still think CJ Cron is going to make the Red Sox opening day roster. My question is how long is it gonna be, right? Is it gonna be I think it'll be kind of like Raimel Tapia, where they fairly quickly drop him pretty easily. I don't know if it'll be. Remember how good Tapia was at the beginning of last year? Let's be honest here. The Red Sox need back Abraham Almonte. Yeah, true. He's what we wanted Corey Kluber to be. Yeah. I'm wondering if they end up going with a 6-man rotation. That'll be interesting. They gotta figure out. They gotta figure out if they're doing that. If they do a 6-man rotation, I think it'll end up working a lot better because then you could spread out those innings. My question is, if they do a 6-man rotation, though, that's one less guy in the bullpen. They need arms that can go multiple innings in the bullpen if they're gonna do that. Right now, you've got Winkowski who can do that, but the other ones you don't know, right? Slayton, Weissert, I assume is making it. Campbell's making it, I would assume. I think Rafael will be opening day. Opening day second baseman, I don't know about that. I would say, I don't want to make like a crazy bold prediction and then everyone that's watching this be like, oh my God, he's going to start. And then he doesn't. I'm going to say Tyler O'Neill just crushed that baseball. Little double for Tyler O'Neill. Let's go. Yeah, I think Cedon will definitely make the roster for sure. Will he be on the opening day team? I do NESN, but that's because it's a tax write-off. You think tonight will be the opening day lineup? I think tonight will be close, yeah. That's what I think too, Sox content. I think Valdez will start second base opening day. But I do think Rafael is in there. Because I think realistically, they're going to have both Rafaela and Wilyer Abreu on the opening day roster. What's up, Laser? But I think... But in my opinion, Rafael has done more to earn himself a spot on the opening day team. So I would go with Valdez at second, Rafael at center field, Duran right field, especially because they're not playing at Fenway Park. If they're playing at Fenway Park, I don't think you have Jarren Duran in right field. Even though he is fast, the arm just isn't there. So no Tyler O'Neill. No, Tyler O'Neill would be DH. Yeah, it'll be fun, Kevin. I can't wait for that stream, man. I love opening day streams. I'm kind of glad I don't have to take time off of work, though. Although I might take next Friday off. You're going to be there? Oh, man, that's awesome. That's going to be a ton of fun. Good for you. Yeah, I can't wait for the season to start. Do you think Ohtani's done? No, they're not. No, there's absolutely no way Ohtani's done. There's no way. They're not even investigating him. They're not. There's no way MLB is getting rid of Shohei. Shohei Ohtani's the best thing to happen in baseball since essentially Barry Bonds, right? And that's crazy to say, but I don't know, man. Yeah, I just think there's absolutely no way. I mean, he just became the most paid MLB player in history. He's quite literally the best player in baseball and will be as long as he's on the field. So I don't know. I think it's going to be very, very hard for the MLB to actually do something about Shohei Ohtani if he that ends up that he is gambling. I think they do everything in their power to hide it. I just think it's such an odd situation with Iepi, who basically came in and did a press conference, was like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, the fact that he's not being investigated is weird. Really weird. Yeah, yeah, it does sucks. I mean, he is clearly involved. Like he understood he was giving the money to Dieppe. That came out pretty quickly. So yeah, I don't know. Rafael just accidentally crushed a ball to first base on a half swing. Yeah, I don't think I honestly don't think it was something with Dieppe like stealing. I genuinely think he knew it was going to happen. It's yeah. I don't know about Fall Guy. I just think Otani knew. That's what I think. Like I don't think Otani was the one making bets, but I do think Otani knew. Now apparently it was like NFL, NBA, and MLS, but and apparently it wasn't Shohei. It was his translator. Oh my God, Willier just crushed one. Ugh, that ball was smoked though. Yeah, I agree, Gad. Like they should have done an investigation and just not found anything. International soccer? Well, then maybe it was international soccer instead of MLS. Yeah, exactly, Laser. That's what it is. It's not the betting itself that's illegal. That was the problem. It's the fact that he was betting illegally. You need to cut down the left on base. I think they have the best average with runners in scoring position this spring, behind the Orioles. This game is flying, chat. It's been an hour and we're already halfway through it. That's nuts. Might be a quick game. How do you bet illegally? It's extremely easy. You just find a bookie. That's it. Why do you like betting? Why do you think the mob made so much money for so many years? Which is a ridiculous thing to talk about on a Red Sox live stream, but like the mafia ran a whole lot of gambling books. What's illegal about it? It was just if it's not through a legal organization, it's illegal. Like DraftKings, FanDuel, these guys get permissions and are under regulations by the gambling commission set up by the federal government. Whereas you could go to, uh, you know, Joey, right? Joey Soprano, right? Down the block and throw $20 on what he says is the over for the Michigan game, right? There's a difference there. No, that's only if the owner or the G or the CBO or whatever the hell Andrew Friedman is called leaves AI. What's up, Maddie? Oh, Kenley's in the game. I thought he was injured. All right, this is a good sign. It's a good sign. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Kenley wants to play. Like I genuinely think he's so upset with this organization. He's like, nah, I'm good. Like I think he's just like, oh, can you pitch today? Nah, my back's hurt. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. It's interesting. My back's killing me. Like I don't think Chance. I don't know if you're still in here. When you said that the team was faking an injury, I don't believe that. But after all of these injuries, man, you gotta like he's got to be like I don't know. Like it feels like a lot of it is he just doesn't want to play. I agree with that, 70. Like I wonder if he's sitting there and being like, no, trade me. And they're like, no. And he's like, okay, my back hurts. So I don't know. Way to go, Clip. Did Devers just run face first into that netting? Yeah, Kevin. Basically, that's basically what he said, right? He said he was told one thing by Bloom. Craig Breslow comes in and essentially tells him the exact opposite, and he's like, "Well, no, this isn't what I signed up for. This isn't why I signed with the Red Sox." So I don't know. I could see it being. On the other hand, I feel like we know if he wanted to be traded. True, Kenley's a pretty outspoken dude, but at the same time, he's also kind of said he wants to be traded without saying he wants to be traded, right? You getting paid? No. Yeah, yeah, he is. And obviously that's the thing, but I think when you get to his age and you've done what he's done in Major League Baseball, paycheck doesn't mean anything to you. Paycheck doesn't mean anything. Chris Martin status, he's pitching tonight. He also threw 2 days ago. He's fine. Chris Martin will be good to go for opening day. If we're in playoff contention, really change his mind? Absolutely. How do people stream the games? Yeah, people are saying they're getting hit with blackouts. I'm on NESN. I bought NESN. That's hilarious, Laser. I didn't know that. Chris Murphy. Chris Murphy's not out for the season yet, but another lefty besides Bernardino. Lucas, Mike. You told me on Discord. A lot of people corrected me. Latige. Lucas Latige. Is that right? That's awesome, Steven. You've got Joely Rodriguez. Jorge Benitez, I was surprised was sent down so quickly. I mean, it makes sense. He hasn't pitched above Double A, and there's no real incentive to push him up, especially with Joely and Latige, maybe. But I don't know. Kenley's almost untradeable. I think the only way you trade Kenley is if you take at least half of his salary, and I don't think the Red Sox can be willing to do that. I mean, rightfully. Can't see the games to the mountains. Kenley looks a lot better this outing, though. I'll give him that. Wow, there's a whole crew of people with Craig Breslow. There's Eddie Romero's with him. You know what I'm interested in, chat? This whole offseason, I mean, obviously, at the end of the day, the problem was with the ownership, right? If they don't want to fork over the money, he's not going to be able to get anything done. And that's essentially what happened. But I'm interested if next year things go a little bit differently for, like, if they're more aggressive. Lutige, thank you, Peter. I was looking for that comment the entire time. Like, I wonder if Craig Breslow approaches things differently, because again, Kenley looked a lot better today. That looked a lot better. He looks like he's in pain though, man. 36 years old as a closer, you giving it your all for one inning. I don't know. Like, the way I look at it is, I don't think this offseason was Craig Breslow's fault. That's not what I'm saying here. But what I am saying is, I'm curious to see if next offseason you see a more aggressive, more strategic approach, right? Because it felt like this offseason they were interested in everybody. They had an offer for people, right? You see the offer for Amanga. You hear the rumors about Amanga, offer for Yamamoto, James Paxton. They were interested in Eddie Rodriguez, right? And so kind of felt like they didn't really know where they were going to go. So I'm interested to see if next offseason is more strategically, this is who we're going after, whether that be a trade or, and the other thing too is what's interesting to me is at the beginning of when Craig Breslow first came in, and I talked about this in my video today, but when Craig Breslow first came in, one of the first things he said in his press conference was, I'm not afraid of making that big trade. And I think we have the, what's the word? Not status. I think we have the pieces. I'll go with pieces, right? To do so. So, and then what happened, right? We didn't really get a super big. We didn't get that super big trade that I think a lot of us were expecting, right? I remember my videos at the beginning of the offseason. I thought a big trade was coming. And I thought it was time. I thought even with Chaim Bloom being in front office, there was a big trade coming. Because at some point you have to. Yeah, true, Eric. Yeah, he's got to fax him. But what happened? It's either one of two things, right? Either Craig got in there and he just flat out didn't know what he was doing, and didn't know what he was doing, and he ended up realizing, oh crap, I can't believe he made that catch. Oh crap, this isn't working. Or he got in there and said, well, wait a second, I don't think we're ready to trade anyone yet. So I don't know. It's crazy. We'll see. We'll see next year. To me it's really interesting how even not even talking about the budget that was set compared to what was set at the beginning of the offseason, but even the trades, right? Where you can make basically any trade you want, especially if it's for a young controllable starter, because that's not going to affect your budget all that much. And it just didn't happen. And obviously pitching was, for the most part, a pretty big premium this offseason, right? Nola got a massive deal. Wheeler got a ridiculous deal, but that was an extension, so it doesn't really count. Yamamoto got way more than people thought he was going to get. Even Snell's deal was pretty ridiculous. So maybe that was part of it, Although I'll say the Dylan Cease trade, I'm rambling now. I'm absolutely rambling now. But I will say the Dylan Cease trade, while big, what up, Arlen? While big, wasn't as crazy as I thought it was going to be. Like, it would have been a lot for the Red Sox to do that for a Cease, and that probably would have been the equivalent of Nick York, say Don Rafaela, and two other Red Sox top 25 prospects to get Dylan Cease. But is it crazy to think that based on that Dylan Cease trade that you figure out which one of the top three is expendable and go out and get a George Kirby or a Luzardo, who I don't think I'd trade a top 3 for, but I'm just saying like that caliber of pitcher would have completely changed. Would have completely changed the outlook of this offseason. And that's not true, Eric, because you just mentioned that we're eating most of Chris Sale's salary. So he clearly didn't dump Chris Sale to get rid of money. I think the Chris Sale trade was still solid. I think a Chris Sale deal is still solid. I get it. Look, everyone's like, oh, Chris Sale's having an incredible spring training. Sale had an incredible spring training last year too. And everyone was so mad at him by the end of the year because he just couldn't stay healthy for an entire season. Now, because we're the Red Sox, he's going to go out there and have a Cy Young caliber year just because that's what happens here. But realistically, right, like if we had gone into this season relying on Chris Sale to be the ace of the Red Sox again, none of this discourse about the Red Sox rotation, anything like that would have changed at all. None of it. Because every Red Sox fan would be sitting there saying, We've done this dance 1,000 times, right? We've done this dance 100,000 times with Chris Sale. I don't trust him. But you trade him and all of a sudden it's how could we not have him in this rotation? Yeah, probably. What up, Black Eagle? Hey man, how's streaming MLB The Show for you? Going good? So, in my opinion, people are like, oh, we should have held on to Sale. If we had held on to Sale, everyone would be going nuts. There's no winning that trade in Red Sox fans' eyes because of the situation they're in with their starting pitching. I agree, 70. Like, yeah, you need a change. Slowly growing an audience. Good for you, man. You do a great job. Very well put together stream, man. And you know what I like about your streams, Black? Black Eagle, um, is you're very personable. Like, you talk the whole time. Sometimes you go into gaming streams and people just are just playing the game, which is fine if you're really, really good. But you know what I mean? Especially in a game like MLB Show where there's a lot of downtime. You're very good at making content out of nothing. Yeah, probably versatility. It's been something like that. Still have a lefty starter. Yeah, that's the only benefit, right? And you have that ceiling of, man, Chris Sale could be blank. But yeah, I think a lot of people would be like, you're relying on who? Assets was the word. That is exactly what I was looking for, Peter. Thank you. Thank you. Background the radio. That's probably exactly it. Yeah, dead air. I can't even stand sitting here for like 5 seconds without talking. So it's just to me, especially like with video gaming, you could kind of get away with it, especially if you're playing a game where like there's a storyline or something. There's a lot of cutscenes. Man, when it's just you talking and I'm not saying anything, I feel like I'm wasting people's time. Maybe Paxton would be up. Where did my water bottle go? Oh, found it. Man, I'm on a roll tonight, chat. Someone give me something to argue about. I'm on a roll. Someone give me someone to argue about. Anyone else's feed tonight glitchy? Mine keeps jumping. I'll argue about anything, chat. I'm on a roll. I like that my camera autofocuses, but it's super annoying. They got Von Grissom for 6 years for one Chris Sale year. Yeah, that's exactly. $5 super chat versatility. Good some claps in chat. I like the message. I forget that you can like it now, so I'm gonna say that. Total waste of time. That's why I watch. True. I mean, realistically, you guys could be out there learning Spanish or building something, and here you are with me. So thank you. Talk about the people who hate Casas. If you hate Casas at this point, it's because you're trolling. That's the only reason you hate Casas at this point. That's it. If you genuinely hate Tristan Casas, I cannot. I flat out cannot give you an argument where you're going to agree, because you at this point you just hate him to hate him. And there are people out there who do that, but is this offseason worse than the 1 year Bobby Valentine? We'll see. We should get Rich Hill to have a lefty. There's something to argue about. God, dude, I couldn't do Rich Hill. I couldn't do Rich Hill. I'd rather just have Trevor Story just ripped that. Trevor Story's been hitting the ball hard, man. He's been hitting the ball hard. Yeah, Black Eagle, I saw that. Yeah, you weren't alone, Prodigy. Yeah, I still can't give subs to my own people. I still can't do it. I wanted to do it for opening day. I can't do it. Hope Blaze starts in Greenville and Cespedes starts in Salem just because I'm anxious. I think Blaze will start in. I think he'll start in, which one's the lower one? Salem. I think Blaze will start in Salem and Cespedes will start in the Florida Complex League. But I think Yoellen gets really, really quickly up to 5 gifted members from Versatility. Versatility, what are you doing tonight, man? You've been unbelievable lately. Maddie, Arlen, 70, Chris, and Unknown, welcome to Red Seat Radio membership, courtesy of I Am Versatility. If you just got a membership, make sure you thank them. That's weird. You can gift them. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Which means that those of you who did get one can be on our members only pregame opening day show. Whoop, whoop. Which will be interesting. I think we'll have a ton of fun. Versili's a goat. Yeah, Versili's the absolute man. Trevor Story stealing a bag too. Ooh, we like that. Did you say ow or wow? 2040 coming. He looks all right. True clip. There's a lot of you guys. There's a lot of you guys who do way more than I'd ever expect. Been wanting to latch on. I think it was the right move, Laser. I think Kurt Schilling not going to opening day was the right move. I mean, he took something from the Wakefield family that they'll never be able to get back, and I think he's right. He'd be an absolute distraction. So it's what everyone be talking about, focusing on. And that's not the whole point of it. I agree, Kevin. They need to come to some agreement here. Remember when Christian Vasquez, his first home run at the end of 2014 season, after over 100 games without a home run? Crazy. It's been almost 10 years. That's a long time. Shh. Versatility. Shh. She's all. Don't sleep on the Sox this year. I ain't sleeping. Cedon has silver defense. They use weird metrics. Like the fact that Tristan Casas is a silver is absolutely absurd to me. Maybe they're just tough on ranking people. Corey, you know that Rich Gabman was the last player to wear number 10? Really? That doesn't seem right. There's got to be a number 10 somewhere. Prime Story is one of your favorite. Trevor Story could be the most dynamic player on the team if healthy, because he's essentially. I mean, the contact's not really there, even at his peak, right? He's not a 300-ish hitter, even at his peak. But 4-tool athlete, he's got the power, speed. I would say 4-tool with some contact. Did they add Meyer in because it didn't launch with him? No, Meyer's not in there. A ton of good defenders are given terrible defense with lower than their overalls. Yeah, I really don't get. Didn't Price wear 10? Trevor Story wore 10 too. Yeah, Story's cards are always glitchy for me. I love using Story cards. I'm trying to get that one that's in the program. How has Devers Ayers been? I think he's only had one this entire spring training. He's looked really good defensively. There's spurts where Devers looked really good defensively and then doesn't. What do I think it'll take for the Red Sox to land Jordan Montgomery? The literal only way at this point, in my opinion. All right, Steven. The only way, in my opinion, they actually sign him is if it's a 4 or 5 year deal. And I don't know if the Red Sox actually do that. Captain Card Rakes. I just got Damon, I think. A miracle. Yeah. If we change ownership. Yeah, I don't think I just don't see him for a 2 or 3 year deal. It'll, in my opinion, has to be 4. Maybe 3. I could see 3 because that gives you 24, 25, 26. But you guys got your. I've only gotten one diamond from PAX, and it's been Manny Machado, and I've opened like 75. I was so mad. I bought a 50 pack and did not get a single diamond. I think the Rays will finally regress. I do this year, and I say this every year. The Rays, but this year, I mean specifically, you don't have Shane McClanahan. You don't have Taj Bradley. You lost Tyler Glasnow. You obviously lost Wander Franco. You just lost another infielder who's doing really well for you. There's a lot, man. Tonight he's alive with the Monty signing. We'll see. Packs are terrible, man. I'm done. I'm sure age is a factor, right? If you go 5 years with Jordan Montgomery, you're looking at signing him from what, 31 to 36. Obviously, I mean, 36, we've seen it. You could still be a productive player, but there's a big difference between having having a 36-year-old Jordan Montgomery and a 31-year-old Jordan Montgomery. So I don't know. I'm sure that plays a big factor, especially after the Red Sox. I would even say luck with their latest contracts, right? Even the Nathan Eovaldi extension, he was injured a lot too. That's absolutely ridiculous, clip. That's absurd. I swear to God, I've pulled one diamond. It's been Manny Machado, and you guys know what I feel about with Manny Machado. Honest opinion, do you think we could sneak in as a wild card team? I don't think there's a very good chance. I think most realistically, we will not be a playoff team. Although, here's the thing, right? If the Red Sox are competitive up until the trade deadline, or even close to competitive, right? If they're 3 or 4 games behind a wild card spot, I could see Craig Breslow being aggressive at the deadline because they've got a little bit of wiggle room because everyone's essentially more than half off, right? So I don't know. Is there a chance? Yeah. Could they? Yeah. Will they? I mean, odds are they probably won't. Want to get Diamond Poppy? Despise Conquest? I did. That was the first thing I did. I did the Nation of Baseball thing. Every team, yeah, I did this rant last week versus Philly, so I'm not going to get into it again. But yeah, you look at every team in this division, right? And everyone's saying this is the juggernaut of Major League Baseball. They're competitive. All the teams are going to be competitive outside of maybe the Red Sox, right? But man, it's not like you're looking at going in. It's not like you're looking at like the Dodgers, the Padres, the Diamondbacks, and the Giants, who all had really great off seasons. The Dodgers, everyone's like, well, they're clear favorites. The Diamondbacks were in the World Series last year. The Padres really did well at improving their pitching staff. And the Diamondbacks got better this offseason. The Giants got like everybody this offseason. I don't know. Do I think Cora is gone? I don't feel good about Cora coming back. Got something to celebrate? Today marks 12 days that I haven't had a snack. Wow. That's awesome, Steven. Good for you, man. For as long as their bullpen can hold up, I would say it's the opposite. I would say the rotation holds up. Right? If the Red Sox rotation could give you innings at like a 4.3, 4.4 ERA pace, I think you're competitive. Who do I think of the best offseason this year? If the Cubs get Jordan Montgomery like they are kind of scheduled to do right now, right? It feels like he's going to the Cubs at some point. The Cubs are up there. I mean, obviously the Dodgers, you have to say, had the best offseason, right? Paxton, Teoscar, Yamamoto, Ohtani. But outside of that, I mean, the Giants are probably close to that. The Padres had a sneaky good offseason. The Yankees, like maybe, right? In all fairness to the Yankees, as much as we crap on them, their team was bad last year or bad in comparison to what they should have been. And they went out and they filled every hole, right? They needed contact lefties. Well, they got Alex Verdugo, and they got the best contact power hitting lefty in probably the entire sport in Juan Soto. And they needed pitching depth, and they went out and they got Stroman. Now, obviously, Garrett Cole changes that, but I don't know, man. From a Red Sox fan perspective, it's hard not to be at least moderately jealous of what the Yankees did this offseason. It's quite literally exactly what we asked the Red Sox to do, right? Just you don't have to have a massive offseason. Just go and fill the holes you need to fill. I think Cora will wait and see what happens at the deadline to decide what he wants to do. I don't think there's much of a chance. I don't think there's much of a chance that he doesn't come back if he wants to. Yeah, if he wants to come back, I think he's definitely coming back. I think that is someone the Red Sox will pay. Ownership, ownership, keeping him here through 3 different CBOs, it says something about what they think about him. I think this decision will ultimately come down to Alex Cora, even though they're saying, oh, it's to Breslow and Cora. Ugh. Sloppy baseball. So yeah, I think it's fully up to Alex Cora where he lies. And I think a lot of it, I think you're right, versatility. Cora went what, 2 years? I mean, even 2021, you get Schwarber, who was a big help, but you didn't do as much as I think people wanted him to do. And then you go into 22 and you were competitive at the deadline. Instead, you sort of bought and sold and end up in the same spot. And team wasn't happy. Cora wasn't happy. 23, no one was happy, right? I mean, they were wearing the underdog shirts. If you're competitive at the deadline this year and he gets no help again, yeah. And if they're not competitive, here's the thing: if they're not competitive at all, if the Red Sox are competitive at the deadline, they go out and they get somebody, and then they just miss the playoffs, or they just sort of fizzle out at the end. I don't know that he has a good chance of leaving. If they get to the deadline and they're competitive, or they get to and they do nothing, or if they get to the deadline and they're not competitive and they just have to finish out the rest of the year, yeah, I think he's gone. I don't think he could do it anymore. He talked about it very openly this offseason. Hey, I don't love what we've been doing. Like, mentally, it crushed me these last 2 years. So I don't know. Cora wants a TV job. I would be surprised if Cora went back to TV. I'd be really surprised. I think he wants to be in the game. I could see the other thing too is that Craig Breslow still hasn't hired a GM. Now, this is obviously in my opinion, a long shot, but what if at the end of the season they're like, "Hey, look, you don't want to manage anymore. Fine. Why don't we put you into an assistant GM role and let's promote one of our guys and let's get you into this front office?" Is that possible? I don't know. But then you look at it and you're like, is it really up to Craig Breslow? Because then you could go Andrew Bailey, right? A lot of people think he's destined to become a manager at some point. You've got Jason Varitek, who's been sitting there for a while. Next year it is Theo's. Eric, if they can't really fire Theo. He has ownership stake. They would have to force him to sell his shares, which becomes a much difficult conversation. It's really hard to fire Theo Epstein. What do you think of Lou Merloni's comments on Monty? What did he say, Scott? Also, thank you for tuning in. Does that work for Cora when he stated that he wants more family time? That's the question. I don't know. Yeah, Gad, I am firmly against Jason Varitek being a manager of the Boston Red Sox for that exact reason, especially with how ownership has been treating this team lately. But it's not like they have internal options that are sort of, especially if Andrew Bailey does really, really well this year with this pitching staff. Right, and that's their goal. The only problem is, man, there's such a difference between being a coach or a coordinator than there is being a manager, right? Because being a coach or a coordinator, you're in there and you're working on very specific things in a very targeted field, right? If you're the pitching coach, you are detailed, you're analytical, you're focusing on the minute details of the game. As a manager, you're not so much doing that, right? Yes, you're doing analytics, but you're also, there's gut feelings involved. There's you have to manage personalities. You have to figure out how to manage a clubhouse, and that's a big difference between what you're doing as a coach and what you're doing as a manager. So I don't know. Is Andrew Bailey the right choice? Mind if we hire Dave Roberts? I don't know. I don't know. Dave Roberts, would that really get me super pumped? I don't know. Like he's had a loaded Dodgers team for years, and he hasn't made it out of the first round of the playoffs. Right, versatility. When you literally have like there's a big difference between okay, here's how we're gonna fix your sinker, and our team doctors are telling us we have two pitchers that we're allowed to throw tonight. Big difference between that. Martin looks horrible. He's only had a couple of starts. He'll be the GM. I don't know if he'll be the GM. Logan was reached to cover the. Oh, Kai, I think that was to me that was very targeted, right? In my opinion, that was a bit tough. If anyone saw that video, you know what I'm talking about. Like it felt like they tried to find the least Red Sox looking fans ever, and be like, hey, have you ever heard of anyone on the team? Like you're sitting there telling me you haven't heard of anybody on the Boston Red Sox. It's just not true. You're literally at Fenway Park. All you to do is look up. There are giant cards outside. I think they're there the entirety of the offseason as well. I don't know. I personally, I just don't think that that's too big of a thing to take into consideration. And also, it was four people, right? He didn't know what the hell the Sox or Monty was doing. Yeah, I think both of that is correct. Safe option though, known quantity. The argument for the Dodgers not winning anything is down to his players. You expect better performance than what he produced, but at some point, if they're constantly not producing in the playoffs, I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know. I just they're like take a look at this. Yeah, that made me mad. That article or that news segment because it's like you can't. The other thing, yeah, exactly. It's just like I just don't. I don't think that's a good representation of what. I bet if I asked 100 people in Boston that live in Boston, like not going to school in Boston, but live in Boston, what they think of the Red Sox, there's a difference between what they think of the Red Sox and do they know any players. Like, for whatever it's worth, Trevor Story, former All Star, like a very popular player for a long time. Rafael Devers has been on this team since 2018. Tristan Casas is everywhere. Not being able to name anyone is, in my opinion, a bit of a stretch. Much shorter than payroll suggests. Yeah, that's true, but they all have playoff experience. Like some of their teams featured Kike Hernandez or Justin Turner or Kenley Jansen or Clayton Kershaw, who all had playoff experience. He probably has someone in mind. I don't know. To me it's going to be hard for Breslow to find someone better than Cora. Like genuinely, I think if you ask, and they did, if you asked managers or executives around Major League Baseball, Alex Cora is the top five manager, which means you either have to get 1 through 4 if you want to improve your managing position. Right. So to me, saying, "Oh, I don't think Craig Breslow wants Cora," I don't think that's true. I honestly think both of them would be. I think Breslow would be pumped if Cora came back because it's just something you don't have to worry about. I firmly believe that this decision is 100% on Alex Cora at whenever he decides to leave the team, because there's a chance that he's like, hey, I get to the deadline here and no one, I'm not happy with the direction of the team. I don't like this. The minors aren't going well. I'm out. And he can resign, right? I don't know. This season's going to be really interesting, man. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, we're only 50 away, I think, which is crazy. Bayo's going to be a stud this year. I have a lot of faith in what Bayo could be this year. I think the Red Sox putting their faith in him is going to put a chip on his shoulder. Like, I cannot be the guy who gets, there's a lot riding on me. I think he rises to the occasion. I don't know about 100% versatility, but I think when you said that, it just clicked. I was like, oh my God, you're right. I don't know if it's 100%, but I do think it's going to be a large percentage, because if ownership says, nope, stand it pat, do what you can do, he's going to be like, no. Yeah, intuitive. Yeah. I mean, I can't talk about it. Not happy, King. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had a rough morning this morning. You're always right. I forgot about that versatility. Okay, I'll ask you why, King. I'm assuming I know the answer, but okay. I'm very curious, because I'm assuming it's just about this morning, but we'll see. And also everything going on with you've had a rough couple of days, man. You've had a rough couple of days. Ohtani Kurt turned King for a loan. Are they going to keep? How long are they going to keep the regulars in? There's Massa. I'm curious if they'll do the 3 a.m. only literally give up after the first inning. I knew that's what it was going to be. Don't worry. I mean, it's one inning, right? Everyone said Massa was cooked after like 2 weeks, too. Cora will get traded. I'd be shocked if they actually trade. If they trade Cora, I'll be shocked. Can they even trade managers? Did they trade for John Farrell? Or am I making that up? Game's just flying by. It slowed down a little bit. We were at the top of the 5th at 7. So 40 minutes for one inning. I think because last inning he had 2 pitching changes. Massa just crushed that one. Had a baby Massa. Ohtani gets banned. If Ohtani gets banned after you guys spent $700 million on him, that'll be the baseball story of the decade. Yes, you could trade a manager, but he's like, yeah. There's no way they trade Alex Cora. Yeah, they did trade for Farrell. I was right. Okay. I thought so. Which is really interesting, because that did not end well. Farrell was 2013, right? 13 through what, like 16? No. Yeah, maybe. After the 2012 disaster, yeah. And then he went to what? He did. Who was in between Farrell and Cora? Was there anyone? Pete Rose ought to be in the Hall of Fame. I think it's a little different. 2013, 2017. Okay, that's what I thought. What's up, George? Just got off your flight? I hope it's somewhere nice. Bobby V. No, Bobby V was 2012, and then Farrell was 2013. Guess we'll see. To me, the Otani's not getting banned, and I do think there's a difference between what Otani did and what Pete Rose, because Pete Rose was betting on baseball, wasn't he? Farrell was 13 through 17. Who was the manager in 2020? I that year I just block out of my, even out of baseball, just block it out of my head. That's exactly what I think too, King. I think Epi was the one betting. I think Otani was, after he got into trouble, said, "Okay, I'll bail you out." Bobby V was so bad. Yeah, that was a rough. Yeah, that's way different, Dave. That was way different. Ron Ronicki, that's right. Yeah, Tito. It would have been interesting to see what the team would have looked like if Tito had been managing it all through that time span. Even if they had moved on from Tito for Alex Cora. Excuse me. Yeah, Ron was brutal. You're going to both Dodgers and Red Sox? Good lord. Good luck. Head is so full of random Sox knowledge. That doesn't mean no good, Minnesota. Hey, every like 100 questions in bar trivia. You're the man, though. I think about the year before 2019, Lovello was the assistant manager, but he got moved to Arizona, and then Cora got suspended. That's right. What could have been? You're flying to Seattle after the Dodgers game? Man, good luck. That sounds crazy. That'll be fun, though. Do I have a March Madness bracket? I put one together just sort of like fun. I didn't really follow any of the March Madness stuff this year, so I'm sure it's already torched. I haven't even looked. I've been so busy with the YouTube channel. I haven't had time to watch. I haven't had time to watch basketball. Plus, we got opening week coming up next week, so I'm gonna be locked into the Red Sox. Go Vols. Give me a little Connor Wong ding dong right here, huh? Mic'd up, Wong ding dong. I'm in. Mike Monaco's on the mic tonight. I just realized that. How'd Kenley look? He looked a lot better. No, not tonight. Versatility. She just got home. No, 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 no. Yeah, Kenley looked really good. Chris Martin, not great, but does Willier still make? Yeah, Willier I think still makes the team. Hate starting the West Coast. Yeah, it's gonna be brutal, but we're gonna do it together. We're gonna be live for the entire game next. I'm already hunting. It's 8 o'clock at night, and the game doesn't start for another 2 hours. By Valentine, when he was manager, Trevor Story's wearing 10 right now, Steven. I have to go back to work. This story is gonna be crazy when more info comes out. Yeah, I wonder. They're saying they're not investigating Otani. I wonder if they do end up investigating him. That'd be crazy. We'll see. All right, Jaron, do something crazy. Jaron's been going off. Wong is mic'd up, yeah. And Devin, in terms of Willier, he's actually looked a lot better lately. He started off slow, but has gotten pretty hot. And I'm interested to see what that looks like for the regular season. Yeah, they aren't going to investigate Shohei. They're gonna have to have immense pressure to investigate Shohei if they actually need to. Like, it would have to be like crazy pressure. You got a ton of Twitter notification. So good to hear. I haven't caught a spring game in over a week. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough, Devin. It was definitely rough, but that was my thought too, intuitive. Like if he was perfectly fine and they didn't see anything wrong with it, just investigate to ensure that you have all your bases covered. Manfred needs to speak on this though, no doubt. Sports biggest star. Yeah. Oof. That was a tough pitch, Duran. Mm-mm-mm. The FBI can, I guess. Yeah. But the other thing too is it makes it, in my opinion, makes it a way bigger story than if they just quietly investigated him, came out, and Rob Manfred said, "Look, we've seen the rumors, seen the reports, we did our personal investigation. There's nothing here that indicates Ohtani was involved in any illegal activity," and left it at that, right? But instead, you're saying, "Oh, no, 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 we're not investigating him," and everyone's like, "Well, why?" So I don't know. I wonder if I can give subs on my phone chat now that I think about it. Versa, do you give subs on the phone? I don't even know. I'm trying to go to the live stream on my account to see if um no, I still can't gift anything. That's crazy. Huh? It makes no sense how I can't gift anything. But I can't hit the heart button. That was me. Is that on my that doesn't sound like it's on my headphones, does it? Oh, now we're connected. Let's see. There we go. You have work Friday morning? I do too, but what's up, Ethan? Taking a break from technology, but you're back. Setup looks different, but really good. Thank you. Welcome back, Ethan. We missed you, buddy. No, because I get free gift memberships once a month, but what state am I doing this video from? Massachusetts. Am I excited for Bayo opening day? Yeah, I think so. It's going to be Bayo, Pavetta, Kade. That would be interesting, CW. Who should you bet on? Always the Sox. Yeah, but yeah, I guess versatility. I guess. That's brutal, Gad. Oh my God. 2 or 3 a.m. Are you even gonna look up for it? You know I'm a Rhode Islander. I went to school in Rhode Island. How can you join your phone? I've tried to get a paid subscription and can't. If you go to Hold on. I'm gonna have to go to my alt account, the account I actually watch videos on. Um, Foul ball. Oh, I guess you can't join on a phone, right? It's weird. Yeah, you can't join a membership on a phone, which I don't think that's ridiculous. But yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, well, how do you do it, versatility? What's up, Alex? May try to catch the first few innings. That'll make the full game. Yeah, that's crazy. Game will end around midnight. Yeah, probably. Hopefully close to midnight. Criswell surprising you. Rafael a good tonight. Bray hitting too. I knew he would. Yeah. Criswell is really surprising me, to be honest with you. Can you color commentary the game for 5 gifted subs for versatility? Just proving it works. Thank you so much, versatility. Alex, Ethan, Julio, Jake, and Miles. Welcome into the Red Seat membership community. You'll be able to get into members only live streams this month, which is awesome. Thank you so much, versatility. You're ridiculous, man. Can we get some claps in the chat for him? Yeah. When the Red Sox are back up, I'll do some live commentating. A 7 p.m. start. So yeah, that probably is weird for you, huh? This gambling thing's a slippery slope. Everyone has a device in hand, can gamble on sports. All the leagues wanted this. Oh, I guess. Yeah, we'll try it out. I usually do it during the year. I've gotten fairly decent at it, actually. But I also don't know if I'm legally allowed to do it. Like, is it copyright infringement for me to like truly commentate the game? What's up, Ethan? A lot of Ethans in here. How did it happen for me? My mom. My mom's a massive Red Sox fan. You won't say anything? Oh, thanks, Kevin. It's not really you I'm worried about, but yeah. Thanks, man. What do I think Costas extension looks like? Years and money. There's a difference between what I think the Red Sox are going to offer. What was I saying? Oh, I think there's a difference between what Costas will take for an extension, what the Red Sox are willing to give him right now. I would say for Costas, it'll probably take 10, 11 years, probably like 160-ish million, be my guess. The Red Sox are probably looking at 9 years, 100-ish million, 115-ish. Yeah, 70, but ultimately it comes down to what he wants, right? Can't wait for opening day. Yeah, me either. You can only get to be vindictive about gambling. Are gone from sports, difficult to ignore when it's projected around you for money. I guess, Gad, but at the same time, like there's a difference between legally gambling and illegally gambling, especially when you're illegally gambling millions of dollars. There's a difference, right? Because that's inherently illegal. Like if Shohei Ohtani was betting on the NBA over FanDuel, no one says anything. No one says anything. It's because it was an illegal book. $10 years, 22 million, 220 million. I mean, maybe, but he's got to be at least looking at the fact that, Bobby Witt, Corbin Carroll, Julio. Like he's not in that level, right? So he's got to understand that. But those are people he came up with who are getting these massive paydays. What's up, Pac-Man? How was the Ghostbusters movie? Was it good? Yeah, we got some nice emotes now. Did that look a little bit better? Man, that Casas emote, man. I can't get it to highlight it. What is? There we go. Rafael leaves spring training as a center fielder. Is Cora give him the job? I gotta say, I think he's earned it. I think he's earned it too. Um, does he leave as? Oh wait, it's 2-1. I don't know. I must have missed that when I was trying to re-upload this. Um, does he get it? I don't know. I'll say no. He doesn't get the everyday center fielder job, even though I think you're right. I think he deserves it, but I think he makes the team. I don't know if it's in an everyday center fielder role. Yeah, maybe something like that, Gad. I would say that's sort of in line of what Costas is looking for. I think the Red Sox are looking for less overall money, right? Because the idea is you'd save it. All I'm saying is I couldn't have decided on a better time to hop back on. Yeah, true. You picked the perfect time. Yeah, I think he'll be fine, Pac-Man. We'll see. I'll give it a couple months before everyone starts freaking out. Oh, I think Duran should play DH more. No, because you need that versatility. One and two, you need the. I think you need the speed in the outfield a bit. Who's coming out of the pen? Man, sometimes I can't even recognize the people. Who's their DH? It'll be rotating in between a few people. I think it'll be rotating between Casas. I'm sorry. I think it'll be rotating between uh Massa, O'Neill, Abreu. I think gets some reps. I think yeah, that's it. Zach gifted a membership to Jackson. Thank you so much, Zach. Can we get some claps to the chat for Zach? Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, Zach. And I don't think we've seen you in the chat yet. So welcome in, my friend. Thank you so much. Jackson, make sure to thank Zach as well. Man, our membership's growing, chat. We're going to have a fun members only live stream next week. That'll be fun. So we'll probably start that at like 7:30. And then at 9, we'll switch over to the live stream, which I think, or no. Sorry. We'll probably start at 8:30 and then at 10 go into the real live, or not the real one, the public live stream, I should say, which will be fun. Yeah, I think everyone would like that, Eric. O'Neill, $2 super chat from Laser. Can we get some claps in the chat for super? Thank you so much. 2025 bring in Woodruff, Burns, and Sasaki. Burns and Sasaki, I think, are realistic. Woodruff, I think, signed a 2-year deal with the Brewers. I don't think he's going to be a free agent next year. But hey, Burns and Sasaki, that would be incredible. Thank you so much, Laser. I appreciate you. Not a member yet? You'll get there, Steven. One day. If the Orioles aren't dumb, they'll extend him. Corbin Burns said he would have to be absolutely blown away by an offer to get one. I don't know if the Orioles are willing to blow him away. You know what I mean? Someone asked how to join. I will tell you how to join right now. I'll put it in the chat here. Here's the link for anyone who's curious. For anyone who's curious. I think the new owners, yeah, but the new owners have to be confirmed in, though. You're excited to see Marcel Meyer play healthy? Yeah, same, man. I want it so bad. He's gonna blow some people away. I have a feeling with that. Who knew Monty would be the last free agent pitcher left? I know. I thought he was gonna be one of the first ones to go, to be honest with you. Do you think the Sox will be much better than people are forecasting them to be? I think they'll be better, yeah. Anyone know? He's rehabbing Tommy John, Gad. I can't believe we're so close to opening day. It is kind of wild. No, yeah. Wyatt Mills is rehabbing. There we go. Thank you. Woo, whoop. All right, chat. We're only down by 1 here. Bottom of the 7th. Hopefully some of the Red Sox prospects can get at these guys, huh? Devin, thank you so much for joining the standing room. Thank you so much. Creates a class to chat for Devin. What game do you think? Do you predict you'll rage at this year? Oh, that's a good question. I will say, let me look at the schedule. Let me see, because that's a great question. I think we are raging. I think our first rage moment will come when we go Toronto, Philadelphia, Atlanta in May. But the real rage is going to happen right after the All-Star break when we play the Yankees, the Blue Jays, the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Rays for 3, 4, 7, 11. Oh my God. Did you see this in July, chat? Right after the All-Star break, we have 4 games against the Yankees in New York. Then we have 3 games against Toronto in Toronto. Then we have 4 games against the Yankees at home, 4 games against Toronto at home, and 3 games against Tampa Bay in Tampa. That's where I'm raging. That's it right there. That one's going to kill me. Going to try and go to your first Red Sox game this summer. Hopefully you got to take the train to Boston. Man, this year's going to be a perfect year to do it, Zach. Four or 5 games a year in Maine's an impressive effort, man. Go for you. A dive. Man, that one is going to absolutely torch me. Movies I'm trying to see this year? I don't know, man. I haven't really been paying attention to movies. Am I going to get a Brian Bayo Funko Pop? Are they available? Yeah, I'll grab one if they're available. That'd be sweet. I'll put it right there. Right there. Deadpool. Oh, yeah. Deadpool. For sure. This is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, chap, but I just watched Avatar, the animated series for the first time. Incredible. Yeah, he probably will, 70. Why do I think John Henry's so adamant about not signing Montgomery? Look, the thing with Montgomery is Henry's not the only team doing this, right? I think the big reason Montgomery isn't signed is because he wants and is adamant about a long-term contract, which is like 7 years. Still, that's coming up still. That's a lot. So my guess is that they're asking for the Red Sox is in there saying we'll give you 3 or 4 years. I just don't know if it's going to happen. I also think the price tag, obviously. Yeah, Kenley sounds like he's good to go for opening day. We'll see. Just moved from California to Massachusetts. I'm going to the Sox vs. Angels series this year. That'll be fun, Jordan. Welcome into Massachusetts. I'll be down in Tampa when the Rangers are there for 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Oh, that's cool. Can't go more than 4 years for him? No. Yeah, anything more than 4 years for Monty is destined to not age well. But I think Montgomery's looking at it and he's like, I don't want to bounce around anymore. I want my next team to be my last team. So yeah, Joe, I think that's the reason, or Joseph. That's the reason, right? It's a lot of movement. It's tough to fully measure up, especially for the first couple of innings because he's throwing what, 80, 80, 88, 89. I think that's a big reason why. I could see, like I said, I think we said this in the last live stream. I could see Cooper Criswell taking on sort of a Rich Hill role with the Red Sox, right? He's not going to ever be a guy who's under an ERA of 4 or 5. Or I'm sorry, like between 4 and 5, right? It'll always be like a 4-4, 4-5, but he'll give you 5 or 6 innings and keep you in the game. Oh, you went from Massachusetts to California? I heard my brother went to Angels Stadium. He really liked it. Yeah, he probably wouldn't be. I would say like mid-April, Eric. I would say it takes him like 3-ish weeks to ramp up. Have I been anywhere with Fenway? Yeah. I've been actually a pretty decent amount. Minnesota, Cleveland, San Diego, Brewers, Brewers, Chicago, kind of right. We went up to Wrigley, but it was close. We didn't get in. We just sort of looked in. Um, Orioles, Yankees. I've not been to JetBlue. That's one of my goals. I think in the next couple of years I will. Bobby Dahlbeck coming in to run for Trevor Story. Think he goes to play shortstop? That'd be awesome. Brand new LED. Wow. That's cool, Steven. Yeah. Camden Yards is a lot of fun. Reyes ties it up. Tristan Casas tying it up, baby. Let's go. A little clutch sheen for Casas. Hello. Hello. You did get gifted again, Jackson. Make sure you thank Kevin. Cleveland. I liked Cleveland's. I just didn't like. I don't love Cleveland as a place. I do like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a lot, though. Best burger you've ever gotten. Whoa. That's awesome, Jordan. That's a good game to go to. I've always wanted to go to a no hitter. I got close to one once, and they gave up a hit in like the ninth inning. But that sounds pretty fun, Kevin. Say the Giants win the offseason. They had a really good offseason. I think San Diego quietly had a really good offseason. I think Chicago had a quietly good offseason. The Cubs. Costas' hair is so different now. He'll grow back out. See, that's also a good game to be at, Black, because at least it's like, man, why do these people keep falling? Kansas City had a good one. That's a good point. Tim Lincecum, that's cool. I've never been to like anything like that. I'd love to. Yeah, you got to get back, Steven. Like Comerica, I'll probably end up at Comerica soon. My girlfriend's cousins live near Detroit, and they've been asking us to go out there for a while. So, because they come once a year and come to Fenway Park, so we'll probably uh, we'll probably go at some point. What's up, Ash? Take a little water break. I gotta start timing my water breaks with when you guys get advertisements. Dahlbeck scores. All right, Red Sox get a little runnage, huh? Near deer between the deer and turkeys, but the crack of the bat, they all run into the woods. Honestly, sounds kind of fun. Oh, maybe we can. Did I join this late? A little bit. We still got some time though. You got about 2 innings left. Make it fun? I hope so. Because right now, people are having a tough time having fun with the Red Sox. Do my classic watch the live stream to follow on the game while not watching the actual game. That's so many times last season. I feel bad because when I say watch party, there are people who assume I'm going to have the game on. And I can't legally do, like, how much I would love to sit here and like actually like do like a Manning cast type game. Oh, that'd be incredible, but I can't. You know what I mean? We can't do that. Sucks. Let me know if I make it back to Minnesota. I'll probably go back at some point. We had family out there for a long time. So we used to go like once every 2 years. I was 12 and 95, met the entire Mariners dream team on the field. That's crazy, Laser. Whatever happened with Foco? Um just nothing honestly, Jackson, nothing really happened, right? I think it just with the way the Red Sox went last year, and with the way some other teams are going, they're focusing more of their energy on teams that have been selling better, just plain and simple. Um, so I mean, there's literally nothing going on. It's just that they don't have anything to give me right now. Am I pulling an all nighter on the live chat? Not an all nighter, but yeah, we'll be watching. We'll be watching opening day. Baller seats to the visiting dugout. Ooh, you might get me there, Black Eagle. My Patriots fan. I mean, yeah, technically. Do I have any sponsors? Nope, just me. I'm open to sponsorships. I'm open. But no sponsors. JD Martinez to the Mets. Really? Wow. How many innings? I'll be doing all 9 innings. If they go into extras, I might not be able to do extras, but all 9 innings. Yeah. JD Martinez to the Mets, 12 million. That's a good deal, I think, for both sides. Good for Julio. Good for them. Makes sense. I felt like that was coming. Never thought you see live. For opening day, I got to make an exception. That's awesome, Black Eagle. That's really cool. Oh. Fallout 76. I got to play Fallout games. Ceddanne Rafaela just crushed the ball foul. All right, here we go. 3-2 count, bottom of the seventh, runner on third, 2 outs. Ceddanne Rafaela been better with pitch recognition this year. Still working to develop. He pops it up in between the catcher and pitcher. Coming in. Nope. Caught by the third baseman. Do I believe Cora when he said the vibes are high? Yeah. There's no reason to lie about that, especially after this offseason. I don't think, what was this, top 8? I don't think there's any person out there that'd be like, I can't believe this team doesn't believe in themselves after this offseason. So if he didn't say anything, I don't think he would go out of his way to try and make up that the vibes are high. Corbin, go to Comerica Park during the Red Sox series in the last weekend of August. It's a really specific time. We'll see. I'm not making any promises. I got a lot of we got a lot of weddings to take times off of. I'm doing a week in Florida for a wedding this summer. So it's going to be tough for me to take time off and actually do things, you know? Do you ever make a video on the show 24? No. No, Ruse. I don't know. I was thinking about one of the members only streams doing MLB The Show, just sit and chat. Yeah, that's cool, Steven. When's our first regular season game? Next Thursday. Literally, oh, man, it doesn't start till 10. I'm kind of nervous about that, chat. We've never done, when I start streams anywhere but 7, our viewership drops a lot. I'm nervous about I'm nervous as to what it's going to look like at 12:30. Cuz the game will probably be, what's this game's been 2 hours 20 minutes, so that's already 12:30. So we'll see. We're going to do it though. Did you get on the waiting list? No. I'll be honest with you, this might be a really hot take. I didn't love the Savannah Bananas. Promise you'll try. Hey, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. If it's just me, I'm doing it. If I'm the only one here. Try to be I'm messing around. Either way, I'm doing it, you know? I get so excited for opening day. Who do we play on our first game? Seattle Mariners. My man, Prodigy. Yeah, the Savannah Bananas, to me, I got tickets. My girlfriend got, what's up, Edgar? Got tickets through her works. We went when they were in Brockton. And we went, and it's entertaining. The problem I had was it was like watching low A baseball, but every other pitch was a TikTok dance. That's the best way I could describe it, right? It's clearly not. And this isn't me hating. I'm not trying to be a jerk, because what they're doing is clearly really, really cool to a lot of people, but it's clearly not major league talent players. And so the baseball's not Major League Baseball caliber, but it's like you break it up with TikTok dances. That's what it was, right? There wasn't here's what I was expecting going into it. Maybe my expectations were too high, but my expectations were like the Harlem Globetrotters of baseball, right? I thought it would be between the legs throws, or 360 jump throws, or the pitcher's throwing a gyro ball, or they're doing backflips and stuff, which they have done. They just didn't do when I was there. That's what I was expecting, right? But instead I got You know that TikTok song? Oh my God. Get that. Let's go. Who was that at second base? My God. Was that Romy Gonzalez? That was crazy. So I don't know. That's my spiel on Savannah Bananas. Not that anyone cares, but that's just my thoughts from when we went. And it wasn't just me. My brother and my girlfriend are both like, "What is going on? Why'd the Red Sox sign Liam Hendricks, Eric?" It's a pretty simple answer. It's because he's a really good closer, and Kenley Jansen is a free agent at the end of the season. So it's just someone you don't have to worry about next year, and you're getting him at insane value, way less than what he's actually worth on the open market. What's up, Hurricane? Welcome in. My mom always made us leave before the ninth inning. That stinks. On live tattoo time? Ooh. Do you think that Wong is the best picture? I don't know what you mean there, Alex. It's not even that, Jackson. It's that when they play baseball, like I expected like literal like Harlem Globetrotters play basketball, but they do like crazy things, right? The Savannah Bananas don't do, in my opinion, don't do crazy things, right? I don't know, and I clearly I'm just a Grinch about it or something because everyone else loves them, but I just couldn't figure it out. And I do like the guys on the team, right? Jackson, Coach Rack, those are good. Those are cool guys. I don't know. JD Martinez just signed the Mets. Saw that. Thoughts on Criswell being the number 5? I don't know, man. Whitlock clearly has a higher ceiling, but Whitlock's also been injured so many times, man. I'd try to keep him in the bullpen as much as humanly possible. And if Criswell can be a 2020, what was that, 21 or 22 Rich Hill? How much is Fenway parking? I don't know. I don't take a lot of people. I would say very few people drive in. And when they do drive in, Eric, you pay $20 to the Prudential Center for what, 4 hours? It's pretty good. Is Wong the best catcher on the team? Yes. Yeah, for anyone who drives into Fenway, park at the Prudential Center, show them your ticket, you get parking for $20. Yeah, Ruse. Maybe that's kind of it too. I don't know. Look at my dad lets us stay until the game's over. We're hoping to go for a night game this summer. Say the whole game. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Take the green line to Fenway too. No, I usually Uber to Timeout Market, or I'll take the commuter rail. Driving in is easier. Fenway than the train. That's a crazy take. I guess it depends if you're talking about the T or you're talking about the commuter rail. The commuter rail to me was so easy. It drops you off right at Lansdowne. You get off, you got like 45 minutes to get to the train. Gas station, it's not bad. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Hurricane. I was like, well, I don't know about easiest. That might be a good idea, Jake. It's not as bad as they think. I've driven in Roos. I parked at the parking lot that's literally that place directly across the street. And I've taken the train in, and I will take the train in every single time. No question. I'll Uber. I'd like to Uber because it's just so much easier. That makes sense, Prodigy. Yeah. What's my take on Roman Anthony or Marcelo Meyer? I don't know. My take is that they're great players, and I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see Marcel Meyer healthy this year. He's been tearing it up in minor league spring training, so it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, leaving the game I'm not kidding. When I drove there last year, it took me an hour and a half to get out of Fenway. No way I ever do that again. Never. What did I think about this Otani news? I think it's absolutely crazy. That's annoying, Jordan. Yeah, I wouldn't live that close. I'm hoping to get to Fenway in the next couple of years. Quite a distance from Glasgow. Go, yeah, that that's a bit of a stretch. Ever see their cartoon? Yeah, my dad. Actually, Dad, are you in here? I think you showed me it one time when they came to like New Hampshire. My dad showed it to me, I think. I loved the Harlem Globetrotters. All right, Kevin, enjoy it. Where do I think Monty actually ends up? I think the Cubs. Yeah, that'd be great, Ash. If they were the Boston, if they were the Celtics of baseball, we'd be having a grand old time. Chat, we need an eighth inning non copyrighted song to play instead of Sweet Caroline. Yeah, it could be Alex. Is Tristan gonna end up on the Red Sox? End up with the Red Sox? We need to extend them. I think people like I'm in the boat of yes, they need to extend him. I think it's a lot harder to get it done. Play Baby Shark. No. I couldn't do that to you guys. Um yeah, I think yeah, it's going to be hard for him to do it. Tristan is probably going to eventually extend. He said he wants to. Yeah, but he also, I mean, he's also the type of guy who bets on himself. He's seen what I mean. If he's better than Rafael Devers this year, what? Why would he think that? You know what I mean? Why would he not say, "All right, if I'm just this good for the next 5 years, I could also make 300 plus million dollars." Do the song they play when a run comes in? I think that's copywritten though. What was Nick Pavetta like when you met him? Just super nice. Just a nice guy. He answered, he was answering everyone's question. This one kid, they, there was this kid in front of me. I wonder if he ever watches these live streams, but he was a fan of Red Sea Radio and we were talking the whole time. And you were only allowed to bring one. You're only allowed to bring one thing to autograph up, and he snuck in. He put one card under another one and snuck it in. And Nick Pavetta looked at him, looked up, and just signed both of them, smiled, and gave it back to him. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Adam. So Nick was a really cool guy, and also that dad and his son were also awesome. So if you're watching, shout out you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. You played with David Price on Fortnite before? That's hilarious. Went on a prayer. Don't stop believing. Nah, those are all copywritten. Dirty Water's best Red Sox song. Now ship it up to Boston. I am the Wave's biggest hater. If the Wave has zero haters, I'm dead. Yeah, Eric. If the next big free agent the Red Sox sign, because eventually they will have to sign someone, right? Um, they're gonna have to overpay for sure. I hate the Wave more than I hate anything. Despise it. Do I see any surprise pitching moves? Um, no, I don't think so. I don't think we see any other pitching moves. I thought the only other pitching move we would see is Lorenzen. And if you're not getting Lorenzen, I don't think we're getting anyone else. I've sort of given up on Jordan Montgomery. I know I was still like, there's a chance, there's a chance, there's a chance. There's still a chance, but the chance is like, I would say 4%. Gotta love the Dropkick Murphys. When I was 9 years old, yeah, because it was 2007, going into 2007 playoffs. Papelbon had been playing, shipping up to Boston, and we didn't know. Me and my mom didn't know anything else about the Dropkick Murphys. So, anyways, they were doing like a Red Sox rally in Faneuil Hall, and they had the Dropkick Murphys there, and I was like, Mom, we gotta go. This is clearly this is my only opportunity to see the great Dropkick Murphys. Literally, all I knew about him was shipping up to Boston. And we get there, right? And I'm looking around, and I'm in my I had this big, I'll show you a picture one time. I had this big, super puffy, way too big for me, Red Sox jacket. Red Sox jacket, right? And I look around, and my mom's in a Red Sox hoodie, and no one else is in Red Sox stuff. I'm talking like the most Boston Irish dudes you've ever seen. You know, scally caps, the Irish flag tattooed on their neck type guys, right? I'm like, oh, this is weird. And Dropkick Murphy comes on, and of course I got front row. We got there super early, and we get into it, and I'm 9, right? And people are like mosh pitting around me. There's guys crowd surfing over my head, getting ripped off by the by security and everything. And the concert was insane. I felt like I was gonna die. So there's my Dropkick Murphys story. Corbett, the Red Sox ever play a series in Japan and South Korea? Probably not, Pac-Man. Unless it was opening day, I don't think so. What's up with Yamamoto getting his clock clean? Doesn't seem like he's pitching well. I didn't expect that. He's just, I think he's getting used to. Major leagues. We'll see. Again, it was one outing. It's obvious. It's also not like it's such a weird. I always thought it was a weird time for them to have their opening day, like a week before everyone else. To me, that's weird because now they come back and they play spring training games. I thought that was weird. I think you'll give him a couple of starts before we jump down his throat. All right, chat. Possibly last inning. What if it was opening day? Here's the thing, Pac-Man. You got to think, how many other people would be up at like 6 a.m. to watch the Red Sox? Probably, even if it was opening day, I would say probably not many. Did they play Tessie? Yeah, they played Tessie shipping out to Boston, but those were like 2 songs out of their hour set. So I don't know if it'd be worth it for me just like to get on. Yeah, Joe. Joseph, he looks like a new guy. I really hope it sticks. When I was at the Red Sox game, we had to go to like the nurse in the park. We got moved from outfield. Oh, that's pretty cool. All night Fallout 6, 76. Man. Do I put out a video tomorrow, chat? Yeah, Red Sox pitching looks good tonight. He did get under that tag. Wow. That throw was ridiculous. Well, yeah, I mean, Eric, he wants to show himself. He wants to show the fan base. He's out to prove everyone wrong. Getting made fun of for making Story your favorite player? Nah, man, I'll never make fun of you for that. I bought my girlfriend a Story jersey. She loves Trevor Story. Yeah, Joseph, I agree with you, man. This team defensively looks a whole lot better, except for Massa in left field. He has not looked great. How do I feel about Rafaela? I was curious about him. I was a little bit down on him, honestly, going into the 2024 season because I thought, hey, he got kind of eaten up at the major league level. He's just not ready. And you've got Durant out there who was ready. Willier looked ready, right? You just didn't have a spot. But I'll tell you what, he came into spring training and he proved me and everyone else wrong by saying, look, I can do this. I can make the adjustments you need me to make. And I think he's earned a spot on this team. Yeah, Alex, I agree. Moss is a DH on lock. Yeah. JD to the Mets. Yes, sir. 12 mil. Right. The defense looked good tonight, man. The defense looked real good. Otani was trash in his first couple of starts as a pitcher. Yeah, I think Yamamoto will be fine. Reyes, little spin throw there, huh? Do I have a custom jersey? No, not a custom jersey. Just I got this is Devers, and that is I don't even know who that is anymore. Is there even a 2 on the Red Sox roster? I don't think so. I think it's just that's pretty cool, Ash. I don't share a birthday with anybody. This is number 2. So yeah, it's Jerry Remy now. Red Sox 1 out away, chat. Oops, top 9. Who are the lefty relievers in our bullpen on opening day? I think it'll be Joely and Bernardino. Selena Gomez, not bad. You still have my Kike jersey? You used to have all. Yeah, I do. Hurricane. I had to retire that one though. If these walls could talk, book was that the one with Tito? City Connect hat. City Connect hats are pretty nice. No, Hurricane. That one's for me to go to the that was for me to go to the ballpark and for people to be like, man, I can't believe you got that jersey. That it happens every time I wear it. Just need better offense. Now we need better pitching, Ash. Our offense is fine. Yeah, Cam Booster with that mustache is impeccable. Should recruit you. All right. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. If we're gonna get a Euclid jersey, I probably will at some point. All right, little W. Woo! Red Sox win. Okay, so here's the deal. Next week, members, we are going to be live early, probably around 8:30-ish. Get ready for opening day. And then opening day stream, yes, we are doing it. We're staying up late, starting at 10 o'clock. We're going to be watching the full game. So, yeah, we'll do some stuff, Prodigy. It's technically quiz month for the members, so I don't have any quizzes set up just because it's opening day. So instead, we'll just do giveaways, and then we'll do some Sporkle quizzes or something to open up. But next week, non-members, we will be live right here, 10 o'clock, ready for opening day. Obviously, we'll have videos in between then. If you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. We are 45 subscribers away from 10,000. I really want to get there before opening day, which would be awesome. If not, we'll get there eventually, but opening day would be a cool mark to get to. Either way, thank you all so much for being here. For those of you who donated, gifted, became a member, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all your support. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all